Comedy Pilot presents. Good evening. It's the 11th of December 2025 and this is the United State of News. I'm Johnson Hood and these are the headlines. Trump's intervention into the Ukrainian peace deal as welcome as seeing blood in your urine. Flu jab on everyone's Christmas list. Australian kids banned from social media ask, what is that big light in the sky? But first, the US National Security Strategy has been published, a document that outlines America's foreign policy, and it reads like the breakup letter between teenage lovers, essentially saying the US and Europe should be free to see other people, reversing a 70-year-old alliance, the kind of blind reversal that leads to the neighbour's dog being run over. Its main message is that the White House will no longer support European democracies and will actively undermine them. Instead, America will favour what they call patriotic parties, like Germany's far-right brown shirts, the AfD, the French equivalent of the National Front, and the UK's very own Reform, led by genetic error Nigel Farage. The document speaks of Europe's demise under cultural erasure, political speak for too many Muslims. The whites-only house don't want people of colour in America, and they don't want to see them on their European vacation either. And if I'm not being absolutely clear, let me reiterate, Trump is basing political strategy around his own racist ideology. In a rambling speech about how Somalis have destroyed Minnesota, Trump directed his ire towards Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, stating she had married her brother and that she should go back to her own country. He concluded by saying, "What the Somali people have done to Minnesota is not believable, and that I can agree with. It is not believable because it came from a lying sack of shit." The document has been welcomed by Putin, the AfD, Elon Musk and Hitler's corpse, the Legion of Doom of racists. MAGA America is the drunken lout pissing on Europe's shoes, and while it might be intimidating to stand up to it, there will be a point where the UK and Europe direct that stream of piss into an electrical socket. And now we go live to our roving reporter Billy Beans, who eats prawn heads because he likes to taste their dreams. What have you got for us, Billy?
Nathan Gill was the head of Welsh Reform, who was jailed for 10 years following charges of taking bribes from Russia. And while he works on the opening chapter of his prison memoir, I thought I'd be saved by white privilege, the Crown Prosecution Service have discovered 3 more of Farage's MEP cronies have, allegedly, swapped their scruples for ruples. Jonathan Bullock, Julia Reid and Stephen Wolfe all appeared on 112 Ukraine, a pro-Russian television channel where they followed the same talking points Gill had been given by his Russian handler, suggesting they too were in Putin's pocket. All 3 deny any wrongdoing. This comes at a time when the Reform Party have opened their wallets to crypto donations, a move that has been heavily criticised because crypto transactions lack transparency, unlike Farage's motives for deporting people of colour. Farage denies any wrongdoing. The origins of cryptocurrency are difficult to trace. It may have come from Russian criminals selling Novichok as a brand of new ice cream. It may have come from your Aunt Fanny, who, let's face it, has always been a bit dodgy. What is known is that Russia is increasingly using crypto to finance destabilization of other countries, as witnessed in the Moldovan elections they tried to rig. And one cryptocurrency called Tether was used to help Russia in their war against Ukraine. Someone who has a 12% holding in Tether is Christopher Harborne, a man who has recently donated £9 million to the Reform Party. Christopher denies any wrongdoing. Getting in bed with Russia is like eating dog food. You could, but why would you? Russia has their own way of dealing with problems. And if it all goes wrong for Farage, he'd be advised to stay away from any open windows.
Good reporting. Now we join Virginia Cluckbucket for another instalment of her series examining American culture, called Toilet World. Toilet World, Toilet World, Toilet World, Toilet World, Toilet World.
For most, quid pro quo was a line from Silence of the Lambs no one understood. For Trump, it is how he runs his bully government, and is roughly translated as, it rubs the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again. And those who don't get rubbing, better beware, says he. Or at least that's how it used to be, because Trump is a spent force, a sleepy orange gibbon, whose only real power comes from trading pardons for influence. And even those who have been pardoned understand that power is waning. Democrat Representative Henry Cuellar was pardoned because, as Trump put it, he was targeted by the Biden administration, and not, as a jury of his peers put it, because he was guilty of taking a $600,000 bribe from Azerbaijan. Trump used the kind of intelligence that bankrupts casinos to reason that Cuellar could be grateful enough to switch parties and become a Republican. He was stunned, therefore, when hours after receiving his pardon, Cuellar filed for re-election as a Democrat without two shits given. Trump also pardoned former Honduran President Juan Hernandez, who had previously been jailed for drug trafficking. This was at the same time as Trump wages a war on drug trafficking, because he doesn't do irony. He does women who are too young for him. Following Hernandez's release, the Honduran government issued an international arrest warrant for him, ensuring his return to prison, because even small countries have big balls. In a related story, Trump thought he had bought the loyalty of CBS News show 60 Minutes when he greenlit its takeover by David Ellison, the soulless Nepo baby of Larry Ellison, Trump's BFF, and someone who once loaned out his private island to war criminal Benjamin Netanyahu. But after CBS aired an interview with Marjorie Taylor Greene, where she ripped him a new one, Trump felt betrayed, claiming the new network was no better than the old one. Trump is losing his grip on power. The fear of him is gone, because Trump is no Hannibal Lecter. He's more has-been than faver-been, and those who capitulated to him early must be wondering why they bothered.
Thank you, Virginia. And that has been the United State of News. I've been Johnson Hood. Good luck. United State of News was written by Sean Baines. It was performed by Sean and Gillian Baines and the esteemed Alex Morrison. Don't forget to follow Comedy Pilot Presents Down a Dark Alley for next week's episode.